Hey everybody, it's Vinny Lair. Welcome to the second free training video from my Timeshare Insider. In this video, I'll try to break down the best way to exchange your timeshare, especially with RCI's new week enhancement program. Most owners have one or two bad experiences with an exchange company and never try it again. This is very unfortunate because one of the best things about owning a timeshare is the ability to trade to other properties. The only thing is, most owners find this process difficult, and in many cases they can never get what they want when they want it. While I won't probably be able to help you get New Year's Eve in New York at the Hilton 2 weeks ahead of time, my suggestions should greatly increase your chances of trading to the places you want. The key to trading is to know what you are doing, and you can then stay at the best places year after year. Trading point systems and week systems are a little different and vary from developer to developer, but the basic principles still apply. However, some points like Hilton, Wyndham, Starwood, and a few others have a different way to go around step 1. Let me cover step 1 for you, which is trading power. Here are the major criteria that determine the power of your week. Demand for the area, the time of the year, the size of the room, the ratings of the resort, how far in advance the request is made, and the room configuration. What you want to do is book a week out in your system by calling your reservations department. If you only own at one resort, then this is your only option. Figure out what are the top 4 most popular times to stay in that area. Book the best time of the year you can get, typically as far in advance as possible, to actually get the reservation. Now, you're going to want to book the room just as if you were going to stay there and get the confirmation number. You also want to make sure and book it in a 2-bedroom if at all possible. To get the maximum exchange power, you want to make sure your reservation is 9 to 24 months before the check-in date. Now, on to step 2, requesting your vacation. Here are the key points to requesting. The person who requests the furthest out gets priority. You can pick multiple resorts up to around 50 in any area. You can pick up to a 10-week time frame. You're not limited to just picking one specific week. You can pick multiple regions. If you're flexible, you can pick multiple areas of different beaches or different mountain areas, whatever works better for you. Once you have a prime time week, you can then go and deposit it with an exchange company. And then from that point, then you decide where you want to go. If you're looking for a good exchange, ideally you should be requesting anywhere from 6 to 24 months in advance of the check-in date. If you like to make reservations on shorter notice, like 1 to 6 months, you still can do this, but it is a little more difficult. However, there is a trick you should know, which I will teach you as an extra bonus. As a family, you should probably go through the RCI or II book and mark which resorts and areas you would be willing to stay at with a marker. Try to make plans as early in advance as possible so you can increase your chances of getting what you want. Whenever you call an exchange company, no matter which one it is, most likely they're going to tell you the week you want is not available. This is a big problem, because owners will usually give up and never try again. The fact of the matter is, typically whatever you ask for is not going to be available that second. It usually goes to the first person on the waiting list. So your job is to figure out how to get to the top of the waiting list as fast as possible. Once you have your week deposited or have started a search, you should get on the waiting list for the area and the time you want immediately. The larger parameters you give them, the faster you will get what you want. Here's an example. Say you want to go to Hawaii. Instead of just picking one resort in the area, pick 5, 6, 8, 10, however many you're willing to stay at. Instead of just picking one date in a particular area, pick a time frame of June through July, not just one specific week. You can also pick multiple regions. You're not limited to just pick Cabo San Lucas. You could pick Cabo, Mazatlan, or Puerto Vallarta. You could pick somewhere in the US, somewhere in Canada, somewhere in Mexico if you are willing to do that. The larger options you give them, the more likely and the faster you'll be able to get what you want every time. For optimal resorts, put your request in 6 or more months ahead of time. Now the trading is complete. Review. Book a prime week at one of your resorts, particularly 9 to 24 months in advance. Call the exchange company and start an ongoing search as far out as possible for where you want to go. Give as broad a parameters as possible when requesting a resort or a time period. If you follow these simple steps, you should get trades to the best places a majority of the time, year after year. Nothing in life is perfect, but you can greatly increase your odds by being smarter than the system. Now, here's for my special bonus secret. If you know this trick, you will know more than nearly all timeshare owners when it comes to trading power. There are times when you want to trade on short notice, like 1 to 6 months in advance. Some people don't book a whole year out. You could also be somebody who can only plan out a little bit in advance, like 1 to 3 months. Whichever type of person you are, this strategy will work for you. If you know you're going to most likely do an exchange, or even if you're not sure, you should start an ongoing search anyways. Start a search for something 18 to 24 months out, like New Year's for the next year. You want this to be difficult because you don't want to get it. However, the computer will recognize you as putting in a request 18, 12, 16, 24 months out. So let me give you an example. Say it's June of 2011. You call up RCI or Interval or the San Francisco Exchange and you say, hey, I'd like to start an ongoing search for New Year's 2012-2013, which is 18 months later, and ask for a resort in a hard-to-get area such as the Hilton in New York, or Alexandria, Virginia at the Wyndham, or a castle in Europe. Tip, you can also ask the exchange company representative what are the hardest resorts to trade into. Once they have a search going for you, you can then sit back and relax. With about 5 minutes of work, you are way ahead of everybody else. Now, once you know where you want to go, whether it's 6 months down to 1 month, you call back the exchange company and change your search. Do not start a new search. If you simply change it to where you actually want to go, you will keep your trading power. The computer will still recognize your request as 18 months and move you up on the waiting list. So what you do is you call in at that point and you say, hey, I don't want to go to the Hilton in New York anymore. We just decided we want to go to Maui 3 months from now. You change your search to the new Maui area. That concludes the training for how to exchange your timeshare. In our next video, we'll teach you how to offset your maintenance fees utilizing techniques most likely already available to you that you weren't even aware of. If you need help with anything we covered or you would like us to assist you, please visit our website at www.mytimeshareinsider.com or call us at 866-916-6363. Thank you for your time.